Good evening and welcome to the hour dedicated to talking about all things strange, weird, and paranormal. You're listening to Strange Talk, broadcasting on 1660 AM in Northside, 91.7 FMHG2, WVXU in Cincinnati. We're also streaming at radioartifact.com around the entire planet Earth. The intro track to this episode, most of our episodes, is the Strange Talk intro by Starsoak. I'm your host, Alyx.
And I'm your guest, Alyx.
And that's still not confusing at all.
We also have a special extra third special guest.
My name is Cedric.
Yes.
Sparkman.
The ghost that haunts our studio today. Oh no.
Hurrah.
I got so distracted by that I forgot to put the background track on for a second.
Oh yeah, well, it's here now.
You know, it's here. We can hear it. You can hear it for once. Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty spooky.
Most guests that we have are, we obviously do it online, but you're actually here in person.
In person.
Yeah.
Just the two of us. I mean, the three of us total. The two guests and the third.
I don't exist. It's fun.
Aww. Well, we haven't seen an Alyx here for 45 years.
Exactly. That's more what I was going for, not in the sad way.
I only took it in the fun, you're haunting.
Yeah.
Way.
You got it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
So we're gonna, one, talk about some ooky spooky stuff, but two, you hadn't been on this season, and I was like, oh, we have to fix that.
Yay.
Because the last time you came on, you only had a demo out of the little engine that should, and I was like, oh, we have to play the full recorded version.
Yeah, hurrah!
So.
That's for my band Winners.
Yes.
We have an EP called You Deserve This. You can find it on Bandcamp and Spotify and and all of the things.
The places.
We have cassettes as well if you want to see
true.
us live.
There are cassettes. Mm-hmm. Actually, I think there is one on that shelf over there.
There is cassette, yeah.
Yep.
I see it.
I have a large cassette collection.
I didn't notice that you do.
Yeah.
My days.
When I was in high school was right when all of my friends' moms were getting rid of all of their cassettes.
Hey.
So I got a lot of Poison and Whitesnake and Dawkins.
Yeah.
And then, and I'm not joking, there's a lot of that over there. But then also, you know Grog.
I do.
When Grog moved, I inherited all of his cassettes because he could not move them with him. So I have a lot of old Dayton punk cassettes.
That's so cute.
So there's a lot of cassettes that I pop in that, like, I don't know what's going to be on it until I pop it in. And then I'm like, oh. And that's actually how I found L7, because I had not heard them until I popped in one of those cassettes. Yeah.
I know that band.
I'll play you some after this. You definitely know them.
Yeah, you're right. This isn't making very good radio for me to just stare at your cassette deck. Shocked and amazed.
Things always get a little bit unhinged when you come on. It's the way of it.
It is the energy I bring to the table. Is unhinged.
and me getting slightly distracted because of that, where I'm like, what's happening over there?
Go goblin mode.
But we were going to talk about something not really fun, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting is the right word.
Sure. Yeah, so I was trying to think of whether or not, sometimes I feel like I come on here and I'm like, yeah, I know lots of strange things, and this is going to be really entertaining because I know things and I'm clever. And then I'm here and I'm like, oh, this is sure a radio show that I'm doing. But today, I saw Sparky and I were on YouTube. We were watching Sandwiches of History, updating.
Barry, who's also been on the show and who is just wonderful.
We love a barrel. And I saw a still about Typhoid Mary, and I was like, oh yeah, I know loads about Typhoid Mary. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of fun and interesting, maybe, unless I tell it really boringly.
It's definitely interesting. It's not always fun.
Well,
it's a little sad.
Okay. Sad, surely. Yes, definitely sad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, like, I hadn't really considered formatting or anything.
It's because it's radio. We're doing it live. I mean, do you want to just describe exactly what happened first? Not exactly, but...
Oh, sure.
Approximately what happened?
Sure. Well, everybody knows the name Typhoid Mary because it is ubiquitous now with disease
It's just
carriers.
part of the zeitgeist now.
Yeah. It's a person who carries pestilence and spreads pestilence, and I would say at least this is an underwritten message that I get from the terminology Typhoid Mary. They spread pestilence all willy-nilly, like devil may care. They don't even give a heck about nothing.
Just sprinkling it.
Just coughing right on babies, right in their mouths, open-mouthed babies.
And I really want to like make a joke about like, but that's good for them. But like somebody will hear that and think that's true. So I'm not saying that. It's do not cough in babies' mouths.
Yeah, it's preferable. And don't let them cough in yours either, actually.
Well, they love doing that.
They love.
Right in the...
It's my biggest issue with babies is they'll just cough right in your face.
I have this memory is etched in my brain of my niece being so sweet and so young and learning how to share and really being excited about that and showcasing that to me by reaching into her mouth to pull out a wet cracker and gently, so gently putting her entire fist into my mouth to eat the already wet cracker. Man.
Your niece baby birded you a cracker.
The things you will do for love. I swear to God, that kid is so cute though.
Courage had it right.
Courage.
The Cowardly Dog. Yeah. The things I do for love.
So yeah, Typhoid Mary strikes this visage in the historical narrative.
Yeah.
But I would say that is a fairly unfair characterization of a person that was definitely doing her best in a world that not only made it difficult for her to thrive, but in fact preferred that she did not. This is the story of the feminist icon. No, step too far.
You were going really NPR with that.
Let me back it up a little bit. This would more be like a historical contextualization of a modern monster.
Oh.
How about that?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. Typhoid Mary. Monster or mom is just trying to get by?
She's just trying to get that bread. She literally was.
So typhoid. Oh, I should have looked up what typhoid does to you.
I mean, I have a computer here.
You do.
It's why it's here.
Well, what we definitely know it did to us back in the day was killerize the heck out of us, right? Super duper deadly, and the outbreaks were obviously tended to be in city centers, and I want to say like in the kind of like springish time. But definitely, if anybody's listening to this and wants to be sure, I would Google it because it has been a long time since I looked that up. So we can say that.
So are you wanting to go into the symptoms of typhoid?
Give it to us.
So, typhoid fever gets its name from a high fever that can last for weeks if left untreated. It often gets progressively worse over a few days. Other symptoms of typhoid fever include headache, chills, loss of appetite, stomach, abdominal pain, rose spots, rash, or faint pink spots, usually on your chest or stomach, cough, muscle aches, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, or constipation. I should have said that really fast, like I was one of those medical ads.
I love how so many things are like diarrhea or constipation.
It will make it go one way or the other.
Yeah. It'll either come out or it won't. In the wrong amount.
Not an and or situation.
The combo would be terrible.
I don't think that can exist. Can you
Oh.
have diarrhea and constipation?
What if you're constipated but it's just like liquidy?
Oh no! Oh no!
You're like sloshing. You make sloshing.
Is that how? That's how this is spread. God.
Is that what happened with Mary?
No.
No.
No reports on her bowel movements that I'm aware of. Though I guarantee you that there are.
Somewhere.
Yeah, because
Some doctors gotta have records of that.
Yeah, because spoiler alert, she was quarantined twice, and the second time that she was quarantined, it was for life. Yeah.
That was a perfect timing on that.
I love when that happens. You love it when something like that comes together again.
I'm used to the backing track, so like I can like try to do that, but it's even better when like someone who hasn't heard it pulls it off. Where I'm like,
I mean, yeah. Honestly, I was really stoked for that. Mary.
What did she do? Who was Mary?
If you look her up on Google, it'll tell you she's an Irish American cook because she was.
She was.
Irish American cook.
you can't really put your occupation as plague spreader. I mean, you could, but
fair,
you won't get hired.
and also fair. So Irish immigrant. This was back when Irish wasn't considered white, because we all know that racism, of course, has nothing to do with actual skin tone and everything to do with power and
Just about
xenophobia.
making somebody else those people.
Yeah. So, so she already was having a hard time making ends meet, because not only was she Irish, she was also an unwed female, which meant that her job options were pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
The best one being, of course, if you're a female who has to make her way in life in this era, being a cook, which Mary happened to be quite good at. You know, that saying about the Irish and their cooking skills are high. They says them. They did.
I have not heard this specific phrase, so I was trying to help you out, but I had nothing.
I don't know. Cottage pie. I don't know. Anyway, she was a cook back then, and it was quite successful. So she definitely was gainfully employed and making her way, and everything was fantastic. Except she kept running into this problem where everyone kept dying of typhoid.
That is a bit of a problem.
In the houses that she was cooking. But see, it took a while for anybody to piece this together, because
Right. Because, like, the first time it happens, you're like, that's strange.
Also, typhoid is everywhere
Yeah.
at the time. So
Yeah.
typhoid, highly contagious, and everywhere. So, a couple people dying in this household that she was in is like...
It's not that unusual.
No, of course not. But except then, she moves household and a bunch of other people die in said household. Eventually, this is in the... Oh, God, this is like my favorite era of medical history, too, because this is way in the early days where we're like... There are definitely little bugs in things that are bad for us, but
Yeah, there's ghosts in it.
Yeah, but we're past cocaine is the answer for every ailment, but not really. Like,
Was it before or after they were like, hey, people should wash their hands, because that was a fight that they had to win?
Definitely post. I want to say that was late 1800s. And
I think so. Yeah.
Early 1900s. I should look that up, huh?
Let's
I should have.
let's
it
double
listed.
check that.
You gotta love me for the fact that I will absolutely be like, I know a lot about this, and then I'm like, I actually don't know very much about this at all.
The fun of this show is learning things together, and I'm constantly Googling things while we're recording.
What's Sparky?
Yes, he started pushing for people to wash their hands back in 1861.
Right, yeah, and she was...
Semmelweis.
She was the late 1800s is when she was born, so...
Okay, so they had just kind of started being like... Because at the time they made a lot of fun of him and were like, washing hands, yeah, that's going to help.
They thought, so miasma was the popular theory at the time, which is like, kind of like bad smells.
Mm-hmm.
Bad.
The humors, yes.
Yeah, well, humors were ancient Greek into after
the
Middle
biles,
Ages.
the various biles.
Yeah.
Leeches and biles and
Definitely a lot of leeches. We loved a leech. Everybody loved a big leech.
we just don't use.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know. She talks about them all.
She did.
She asked why don't you see more bats around the leeches? Because that's got to be their main diet. Bats it's easy,
A bat
ready to eat meal, pack of
Okay,
blood right
yeah,
there.
right there.
But I had to look it up and let her know that in fact bats don't regularly eat leeches.
Yeah.
As convenient as it would be for them, they may not be aware.
Like a
of
little
them
ketchup
or-
packet.
Right.
like a little ketchup packet leech.
We just don't use leeches in medicine like we used to.
We do use them still, though.
Yes, we do. Just not like we used to.
No, they are actually super duper clutch for reattaching, like fingers and toes. Items so you sew it back on, and then you put the leech on the bad end, the end that doesn't, the end of the dead end of the digit, and it'll start sucking your finger, and it'll pull the blood up through your capillaries. For real. That we still use leeches, and we still use maggots for some wound care.
Yeah, you gotta be very controlled with that.
Yeah, and
yeah, I don't know what about maggots just makes them so.
yeah, it's probably like evolutionarily a part of the human
Probably
experience.
because I see an earthworm and I'm like, you're basically the same, but
So cute though. Earthworms, precious. Maggots, icky.
But as a general rule for humans, like a creature gets cuter when it's like chubbier, and maggots are chubbier but way grosser.
Way super grosser. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, wound care has gone along.
Yeah. Now you don't have to get.
We don't rely on the maggots the way we just don't use maggots like we used to.
We just don't. I think that is definitely the episode title.
We don't use maggots.
Just don't.
Just not like we used to. So through contact tracing, eventually whatever the burgeoning CDC was at the time, I used to know the two men's names who tracked down our sweet Mary, but I can no longer recall. So they show up and they're like, "Hey sis, pretty sure you are you're spreading typhoid." And she was like, "Oi!" I don't have an Irish accent. She was like, "No, that's crazy. I'm not sick." And they were like, "Well, okay, but you are definitely at the epicenter of this, and it is you." And she was like, "That sounds like you're being a racist, misogynist jerk, because I am not sick, and I've never been sick with typhoid. So obviously, you're wrong."
Can't be me.
Yeah. Because and it was her. It was definitely her.
She just was asymptomatic.
She was asymptomatic, and the problem, you can talk about like medical literacy in the common day. Oofta. But back then, especially so, because science was like medical science was just barely past like it's the bad smells that are causing people to die.
Yeah.
Not correlation, but causation.
Which people struggle with that today.
And they do. And I get it. I totally do.
It's hard to have a fully controlled environment to test things, but also...
And medical literacy is difficult. Science is hard, and it does itself a big old confuse.
Well, and also, everybody's a little bit different. So even if something is true in 90% of people, you still got that weird 10% that it's not true for.
Like, for instance, being asymptomatic to
Typhoid.
Yeah, like not having any issues with it, and your body existing harmoniously with it. Mm-hmm. You can theorize that there is some population of all of humanity that is similarly impervious to different things that we just don't know about, because how would you know unless, say, you accidentally kill a bunch of people giving them typhoid?
Yeah. Or, I mean, like, if somebody, you know, was insane tracking every person they've ever, like, been around.
Even then, impossible. They found this guy whose blood could cure Rhesus disease. Mm-hmm. Just totally on accident.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so then he was like the most givenest blood guy in the entire... One infusion of this guy's blood could cure this disease.
Wild.
So he cured, like, you know, I don't know, all these kids. Anyway.
Which is nice, because you could just be like, no, that's my blood.
Yeah.
So,
NBD.
Yeah, very nice of him.
Like, pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it's fine. I exist, and through my existence, I've saved hundreds of lives. What did you do today?
Right.
When did you? What
By just donating blood too. What an easy thing to do.
Gosh, man, isn't that great?
The guy who tracked down Mary, was it George Soper that you were thinking of?
Maybe. Don't remember. You know, names. More process.
The internet is telling me George Soper and Dr. Sarah Josephine Baker. But
oh sure, I didn't remember a chickadee being involved, but that would be Baker.
Yeah, as we know that, yeah, it seems Soper was the first person who found her.
So anyways, she was resistant. They were like, bet sis. So you are the carrier, so we just need you to stop being a chef because you can spread it. And she was like, no, I'm not.
That's how I make money. Yeah.
Yeah, I do have to live. You know, the king takes his wage too, don't he? So they confined her for a while until she was like, all right, uncle, I won't do it anymore. Be a chef. And so she was released into the world again, back onto the mean streets of New York, where she became a laundress. Until, of course, they suddenly saw this rash of like a whole bunch of typhus cases out of nowhere.
Wonder what could have caused that.
So being a laundress is like pretty grueling and not necessary, and definitely not respected. Your hours are longer. You were treated poorly, and you make less money. And dude, being a chef ruled by comparison. So Mary went back to doing it, and that was then. Of course, she was confined for life on an island. It still to this day presents an ethical conversation on personal freedoms and liabilities, and what what is the right thing to do there. Because she wasn't going to stop, feeding people, but also she did not commit a crime, except gross negligence, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
because those people, it's not like they had a say in what they were eating. They probably did not know that the person preparing their food carried typhoid.
Also, and this is super important for this story. And actually, it does change the picture of Mary Mallon just a little bit, I think. At least if I'm correct about this historically. So here's another fun aspect of typhus. It's actually, even though it's easy to spread, it really doesn't stand up to heat very well. So in terms of being a cook who spreads typhus, like, if the food's going into like onto fire, it's generally okay. But Mary had a specialty.
Oh no.
And her specialty is peach melba, which is a kind of ice cream. And you have to slice the peaches, you have to skin them and cut them with your hands. And she would hand mix them into...
Oh no.
Get those paws down there.
So if she just didn't make the raw, cold dish with her hands, no less, she probably wouldn't have killed anybody also. And I am pretty sure she was warned about that, but also she didn't believe it anyways, so.
You think she was just staring them down in the eyes, just waiting for them to fall when they were eating the ice cream?
Just a class
right in front of her?
just like a class
Oh, this
warrior?
is like a Sweeney Todd situation.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if she's a class warrior, like, for sure. But this was in an era. Yeah, no, I would love it if she were more malicious. It'd make the story a little less... I mean, there definitely wouldn't be as much of an ethical quandary.
I wonder, it would be interesting if we could look back and see who she ended up giving typhoid and ultimately died from it, because
Bunch of families, I can tell you that.
it'd be way more interesting if it was
But
like
maybe evil families. We
Could
don't
be.
know.
She killed baby Hitler, actually. Mary saved us all.
that, in the infinite universes theory, there is a universe where Typhoid Mary saved us all.
So 3 confirmed deaths, unconfirmed estimates of as many as 50.
Whew.
Heyo. Heyo.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
I am very curious as to what her final quarantine was like. If they put her out there, what sort of...
She lived on an island, and she was secluded on that island from the other people who lived on that island, which I believe it was either a leopard Nope.
The old leopard colony.
Leprosy?
A leopard? Yes. It was either a leopard.
They stranded her with leopards?
It was either a leper colony or a tuberculosis island. It's an island off of New York.
So they just chucked them all on one island and went, just don't interact.
Well, she was, I don't know if there was like a physiological thing that kept them apart, like if there was a physical thing. She had a cat, maybe a dog.
I mean, did they provide her with meals? Did they give her a place to live?
Yes, yeah. But she was just completely isolated except for a doctor, nurse kind of thing.
Right, so she didn't have to deal with anybody. Kind of an ideal situation, one might even say.
So
depending on one's personal...
Generally, social isolation is considered very bad for the human animal. Very bad for the human animal. But
yeah, we all remember 2020.
it was. It
Or
is-
don't.
Also, she could see the mainlands from where she was, so the sun would set, and she's just looking
Taunting.
across at the city.
Looking at all of them.
It is kind of. I mean, it is
Just
kind
making
of
making Peach Melba at her house, just staring at them like...
I mean, can you imagine how good that dessert had to have been? That she was like, no, we keep the Melba.
Yeah. I don't care if it kills someone.
I'm
That's my moneymaker.
Did that dessert have anything to do with Nellie Melba? The
No?
soprano of the time? I think it did. I don't...
Maybe. I don't know.
She was very popular.
I don't know. I thought you meant a different kind of soprano.
No.
You did like that show so much, so.
It was created by a French chef to honor Australian opera singer Nellie Melba.
Oh, yes, okay.
There you go. Nailed it.
Sparkman, you dog, you. That is so cool.
She was very popular, see?
She must have been.
And you saying it in that voice, I was not sure if it was a bit, so I was like, should I actually Google this or not?
Yeah. He's got a fantastic Jimmy Stewart too. That's my favorite. So yeah, that's ultimately the tale of Mary Mallon, or Typhoid Mary.
So most people get typhoid, they have it, and they either die or it goes away.
As a rule, yeah.
I'm curious why she just kind of had it asymptomatically forever.
Yeah. So there is some theorization. Nope. There are some theories to that. One of which being like maybe she contracted it in utero, survived it in utero, and just that
Kind of perma had it.
It was it kept riding on her.
Yeah.
It kept riding on. It does not benefit a virus or a bacteria to kill the majority of its hosts.
Can't spread if they're dead.
Correct, yeah. So, I don't know, some symbiosis would be the wrong scientific term for it, but yeah, some kind of something like that maybe. Some people are just like, genetically, like, they just can vibe with certain viri,
The way you said symbiosis, it's like she wasn't alone on the island. She had all the typhoid to keep her company. As if they're like friends.
Just you and me, Typhoid.
And my dog.
Oh my god.
Us
That
and
is-
Peach Melba.
And our Peach Melba.
This is a Tense Kid song.
This is.
Now that we're talking about it, this is a Tense Kid song.
I really need you to write that.
Jeez. You're a peach. It's a peach, life's a peach, and then you die. No, okay, stop.
Nope, that's great.
No.
Yep, nailed it.
No, that's that's a winner's lyric, not a Tinsky.
That is a winner's lyric. And speaking of which, we're at the halfway mark, so we're gonna play the little engine that should.
that only draw away and never curve back.
All right, and welcome back to Strange Talk. That was The Little Engine That Should by Winners, and not the demo version. Actually, I was talking to Joe. You all need to submit your music to the radio station website so that it gets into rotation.
I will.
So that way it's not just on this show.
I love that for us.
Yeah, just make sure it's radio friendly.
I'll put it on my Finch, and I'll go ahead and do an unofficial advertisement for Finch because it has helped change my life.
It helps me so much. Thank you for reminding me to do mine today.
Mm-hmm. It's like a self-care Tamagotchi. You do things for yourself.
It's like a Tamagotchi.
Yeah, and because you're doing it for yourself, you're helping your Finch, and you don't want your little Finch to be
You don't
sad.
want your little baby bird to die.
Yeah, so it's...
It won't die. It's not an option.
It's self-care through caring for a fake thing. It's great. It's great. I like the adjunct. It works.
I want to go to the museum.
Tell Joe.
We can dig for dinosaurs here.
What?
My bird discovered a children's museum, and there's dinosaurs.
Oh, where is she right now?
I think Chicago.
Oh. I have mine in Chicago too. You can take your Finch places, gang.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you have trouble getting things done.
My raccoon is now fully evolved.
Aws.
Yes, adorable. Alex, look, I'm holding this up as if the people listening can see it.
Hooray.
We're friends on there.
Audio medium.
Yeah. You all would not enjoy if this was video. I get so, I fidget with everything while we're recording and hope that you all can't hear it.
I don't know. I think it's kind of charming, right?
It could be, but I think I'm supposed to be the one that's paying attention.
I kind of depend on my inability to stop fidgeting and also keep my train of thought. I kind of depend on that being a thing that's just like, aw, what a charming little goofball she is. She's such a goof, that charming little forgetful thing. I count on it.
My office at work has a bag that is just full of things to fidget with.
Ooh.
It is a little bit of a problem, actually.
Same at mine. Hold on.
I have a bag here of fidget toys as well.
That's some ASMR too. Oh boy.
There we go. Do you need something to fidget with?
I don't
Sparky has a different kind of neurospicy.
I'm taking I thought this was an alien. I think it's a skeleton, but it's green.
It's a Scully man.
Oh,
Green is Sparky's favorite color.
is it neon green like this?
It's
I like a lot of different greens, but that's a good one, yes.
Alex, what's your favorite color?
I don't know. I like most colors. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, probably right now in this moment, knee jerk, I'd say vibrant, bright cherry red.
Ooh.
Maybe a little darker than cherry red, but bright.
I like this kind of lavender purple.
Yeah.
And then I like a good sunflower yellow. And then I really like all manner of teal.
Feels nice.
Yeah.
All manner of teal.
Anyway, now that I'm distracted us all with fidget toys, we were talking about Typhoid Mary.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna go through some fun facts from history.com about Typhoid Mary.
History.
Their first fact is not so much a fun fact, it's just Typhoid Mary's real name was Mary Mallon.
Which I already said, so...
Wow, History Channel. They did add that her birthday was September 23rd, 1869 in Cookstown, a small village in the north of Ireland.
Ah, sure.
You also already mentioned only 3 confirmed deaths were linked to Typhoid Mary, but she's presumed to have infected 51 people.
She wouldn't cooperate with the contact tracing, so it's really hard to say.
Yes.
Except she definitely she was found out because one of the places she was cooking for, 7 out of 8 people fell ill and were hospitalized.
And that one was well, Mary's been here.
And that one was also asymptomatic. No, I'm kidding. I don't know that. That's probably not true. But there were more cases of people who were asymptomatic that were found out after the fact because they could study all Mary's blood.
Yes.
Mary.
Their third fact is she immigrated from Ireland as a teenager. She traveled herself to start a new life in the United States in 1883.
See, so she's kind of bad as hell. She's kind of
She,
and cool.
I read this. It says she moved in with her aunt and uncle in New York City, and I was reading it 100% as Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So I was reading it as she moved in with her auntie and uncle, and I was like, oh, no.
What neighborhood? What neighborhood she moved into? They say?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see it on the wiki.
It just says New York City.
I don't know that, yeah.
I guess she kind of moved around.
Warner needs to know the borough. He wants to know her vibe.
We'll see what we can find.
I was just wondering if she was like
a real New Yorker.
uptown catering to a million jerks, Massachusetts.
She did work with the affluent, so
Yes.
It could have been
She was quarantined on North Brother Island. It was near the Bronx, but it doesn't say where she lived before that.
Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen would be a great answer.
Yeah.
Their fourth fact is that Typhoid Mary was the picture of health.
I mean, look, ruddy cheeked. She was gorgeous. Ruddy cheeked,
I mean,
Irish. I'm just assuming she was ruddy cheeked, and I'm
well,
assuming
typhoid will do that to you.
I'm assuming she had. Okay.
It will.
Picture of health. HELTH. So, still though.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she's also a redhead. Maybe redheads
Could be.
are impervious to typhus.
Yeah, I mean, they've red hair for some reason affects how they metabolize anesthesia. So
They have more
redheads do weird things.
They have more pain receptors.
Yes.
To genetically a significantly higher amount of pain receptors than anyone else.
Yes.
Hooray!
But yeah, she never had any symptoms at all of typhoid. She felt fine.
I did, when we were talking about why she may have been asymptomatic, was that while we were listening to the song, or was that while we were recording?
I think that was while we were recording.
Okay. If not, that was going to be a really wicked, annoying thing to say.
Well, do you want to re-say what you were going to say then? Okay.
I'm good.
Fact number 5, you also already mentioned. She spread disease as a cook for affluent families. So she only cooked for the most elite.
Wait a minute, I thought it was eat the rich.
Not feed them typhoid. I mean...
Tomato.
One's a little bit easier to get away with, probably.
Tomato.
Fact number 6, a sleuthing sanitary engineer tracked down typhoid Mary. This says, when 6 members of wealthy banker Charles Warren's household contracted typhoid fever while vacationing in Long Island's Oyster Bay in the summer of 1906, the Tony Playground of New York's Rich and Famous, and home to Theodore Roosevelt's summer White House, was taken aback.
So she was like Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, it sounds like... Apparently, typhoid at the time was associated with, like, the slums, and so they were like, my God, how could this happen here?
Probably that slovenly Irish cook we brought.
Well,
and her delightful peach Melba.
And they were concerned that the outbreak would prevent him from leasing out his summer house again. My gosh.
No.
So
What about my money?
Warren's landlord hired George Soper, a freelance sanitary. How can you be a freelance sanitary engineer?
You can do anything in New York if you want.
Just freelance?
Make up any job.
And freelance it.
They didn't have a lot of infrastructure for sanitation back then. Actually, that is a fascinating tale. The New York's sanitation problems, like around this time period, man, gross.
Oh God, I bet.
Yeah, so I could see freelance sanitation.
And I mean, to be fair, he did find her. Apparently, he had to go through and like rule out a ton of things. He like went through the house's plumbing. He went through the local shellfish supply.
Yeah, sure.
But he eventually narrowed it down to Mary Mallon, the cook who had worked for the Warrens weeks before the outbreak.
See, and you can definitely see why she would be like, the heck I am, like some guy.
Yeah.
I'm a freelance sanitation guy. My name's George. Like,
yeah.
You are making people ill. Like, no, you're just some guy. You're like, screw that guy.
But yeah, he managed to look at her employment history and found that 7 families for whom she had cooked since 1900 had reported cases of typhoid fever, which would result in the infection of 22 people and the death of 1 girl. Number 7, as we mentioned, was a combination of peach ice cream and Mallon's poor hand washing likely sparked typhoid fever outbreaks.
Bro.
They had just recently realized that hand washing was good.
How are they going to call her out like that?
I don't know. It's history.com.
It's her poop hand. Her poop hands are why people die.
Literally, the top sentence is, doctors theorize that Mallon likely passed along typhoid germs by failing to vigorously scrub her hands before handling food.
I mean, if I had $1.
And this even mentions what you said. However, the elevated temperatures necessary to cook food would have killed the bacteria. They wondered how she would have transferred the germs and found the answer in Mallon's most popular dessert dish, ice cream with raw peaches cut up and frozen in it.
I mean, though, that sounds great.
Yeah.
I'd eat it.
The problem is, this is actually making me really want that, even though I'm like, oh, typhoid, no.
Typhoid, no. Oh, typhoid, no. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like typhoid. Now that we've read the description of how it felt or like what it does to you, I'm like, it's kind of a mid.
Other than killing you,
Well,
that's the main problem.
only 3 confirmed deaths from the girl who's literally named after the thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, how deadly can it be?
We've seen how that plays out in real time.
Okay, fair point. It's not a funny joke right in this moment, is it? Okay.
Would have been funnier, you know, a lot more years
2019?
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think she like heard about the new hand washing technology and was like,
Well,
"We've got
probably not
soap."
once she was on the island. On the island, she was like,
Well,
didn't get anything.
But but when she was still cooking, like
Yeah.
she heard about it and she was like, you know, what is this?
What's
It's-
this new
So-
thing?
It takes a while for new ideas to catch on.
yeah.
Definitely.
Like a lot of people kept their VCRs for years after DVDs came out. So you can't really be too mad.
Are you talking smack about my cassettes and VHS tapes
No,
behind you?
no. I guess probably just popped it back in my mind.
People like, I mean, look, you know, sometimes you just want to go back to the old ways. Like, just poop hands right in that peach Melba. You know?
No.
It was good enough for Granddad.
And this is why, you know, you want progress. You want to make sure that progress is in the right direction.
Yeah.
Just going, this is the way we've always done it, is not a great way to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, poop hands, it's not generally what you want.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah. I passed my food handler's permit. I know.
Yeah.
It's you don't want that.
Yeah. That is the first thing they teach you.
They make you take it regularly here in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
In New York, however, still, despite Typhoid Mary, you take the food handler's certification once. It's for life. You can forget
They're
all
like,
that stuff. All that
We learned nothing from Mary.
you want. And actually, it's just one person in the building has to have it. So you can just put it on the wall. Like one guy that works there has to have
As long
it.
as one guy's done it, they're like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, once
I mean,
in his life.
He's
or her
watching.
life.
He's
Yeah.
watching everybody.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah. There's that.
They're still not really learning from Typhoid Marys.
No.
And
Yeah, Kentucky is way stricter about that, which
Yeah.
is surprising.
Way ahead of the national curve, clearly. Ahead of New York.
I was gonna
Ahead
say
of-
what national
You know, the national one.
You got your finger on the pulse of,
Oh, you know it.
of like health department expectations nationwide.
It's fine.
This is actually how we find out that you are a freelance sanitation engineer.
Oh my gosh, honey, I had no idea.
Surprise. Oh, no. We've only got a few more facts here to go. So fact number 8, William Randolph Hearst may have bankrolled Typhoid Mary's suit for freedom.
You said bankroid, but I'm pretty sure you meant bankroll.
Bankrolled.
I
yes.
used context clues.
Yeah.
Just catching you because I felt like you might not have heard yourself say
I did not hear myself say it because I am playing with this fidget thing.
Hey.
Yeah, so based on the sleuthing, they tracked it down to her. The New York City Health Department took Mallon into custody in 1907 and placed her into forced confinement inside a bungalow. Apparently it was a bungalow.
Why would they use that description?
I don't know.
So silly.
Thank you, history.com. It was a bungalow on a 16-acre North Brother Island off the Bronx shoreline with only a fox terrier as a companion.
There it is. Puppers, not cat.
Yes.
She had a dog.
And so they've got a quote here from her. I never had typhoid in my life and have always been healthy. Why should I be banished like a leper and compelled to live in solitary confinement with only a dog for a companion?
I mean, I feel like this is a very fair point. And it is, again, still discussed today.
Yeah. She took this to court. She came with test results from a private laboratory that came up negative. Mallon in 1909 sued the health department for her freedom, but the New York Supreme Court denied her petition. And then so they were asking where did she get the money to hire a lawyer and pay the legal bills because she couldn't work. She was trapped on an island. You know?
Come on, pull yourself up by a bootstrap. Find something. This is the land of entrepreneurs here.
She actually became a lawyer.
We were curious how she got her money. She was, after all, not able to work, comma, she was trapped on an island, period.
I now want there to be like a prequel to Legally Blonde where it's her on an island becoming a lawyer to try to get her freedom. Anyway.
There is a dog.
There is a dog, exactly. Feminist icon.
Feminist icon.
So there's speculation that the newspaper magnate William Randolph Hearst, who had done so for other people whose stories interested his newspaper readers, may have put forth that money.
Oh yeah, man. What a scumbag that guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know he helped out Mary though. That's kind of cool. Right? I mean, he didn't do it for
It
good
was
reasons. He didn't do
100% to sell papers,
Yeah,
but
he didn't do anything for good reasons.
You
but
know.
it's still kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
She was released in 1910 when they got a new health commissioner.
He was like, Mary, you scamp, get out of here.
He was like, listen, if you just never work as a cook again, you can go.
Maybe he was like, Mary, I owe you my job.
Could be. He was like, you know what? Business has been a little bit slow lately. Can you go?
Hey,
We need you back in the game, Mary. We need you back.
Get in there, kid.
Back on the team.
Number 9 is obviously, we already talked about this. She broke her promise to stay out of the kitchen.
Oh.
In 1915, 5 years later, another outbreak of typhoid fever at Manhattan's Sloan Maternity Hospital struck 25 workers and killed 2.
Do you think at that point maybe she started to think maybe that she had it after all?
I mean,
Or do you
The
think
epidemic was once again traced back to the hospital's cook, who the staff had nicknamed Typhoid Mary.
Mary,
And they did not realize that it was Mary Mallon.
They didn't even know.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure they didn't know.
She took on a fake name. She was going by Mary Brown.
Yeah, no hospital in the world is like, hey, you just got out of solitary confinement.
Well, the funny-
because you're a carrier of typhoid.
The next sentence is, the health department had lost track of her after her release.
It's really hard to keep track of anyone, especially
Yeah.
back then, man. You don't even have cell phones.
That's fair. I'm just like,
There's
how do you lose
there's
track
no
of the person
GPS.
spreading
They
typhoid?
didn't even have social security numbers. See, that's why they had her sequestered.
Typhoid Mary is the cause for social security numbers.
Typhoid Mary is the reason we have GPS today.
But during that time, she was cooking in hotels, restaurants, and institutions. And then she was captured again and once again confined to North Brother Island.
I like the term captured.
Yeah, that makes me wonder if they're like chasing her with a net. Like, what does that mean?
No. Fly
And
away, butterfly. Fly away, girl.
Our final fact here is she spent 26 years in forced isolation. She spent the last 23 years of her life as a virtual prisoner in forced isolation, adding to the 3 years from her first stint on North Brother Island.
Virtual? They even used Oculus against her?
Apparently.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That was terrible.
She was not the only asymptomatic carrier. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of asymptomatic carriers who had been identified.
They just didn't make peach Melba.
Walking down the the sidewalks of New York freely. She lived alone in exile in large part due to the public opinion that turned firmly against her after her failure to stay out of the kitchen. She was fated to cook only for herself until her death on November 11th, 1938.
That's so sad.
It is sad.
I do feel bad for her because this is how she knows to make money. Mm-hmm. She has never felt ill. I mean, there's no reason for her to trust health officials. There's no reason for her to trust any officials in America as an Irish immigrant, female. I mean, she obviously was killerizing people by making peach Melba, but...
Yeah. A cautionary and tragic tale. Yeah.
A tragic tale of a modern monster.
Of a modern monster.
Do you like that?
That's good. That's good.
Sometimes I'll open my mouth and something...
NPR it.
Something better than garbage comes out. Every once in a while.
Well... That is perfect timing, too, because we're at the top of the hour.
Hey.
Do you still want to close it out with the Black Rabbit song? All right.
Yes. What year was that released there, Sparky?
Oh, dear. 2017, I believe.
In the long, long ago, back when Sparky was still living in New York City, a big city boy.
I was in Louisville at the time, but I did record it in New York. I made a trip up there. I moved back and forth.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we're gonna play out on Black Rabbit. Thanks for joining me. This has been a lot of fun.
And
Yes, and so on that note, we'll sign off from Strange Talk. So
already, I got it.
so good night.
And good luck. Sorry.
We'll try it one more time. Good night.
And good luck.
Nailed it.
Black rabbit, it runs